Okay guys, welcome to a 10-minute mashup. This is Backlash, a rather fine game by Paul Wokes of Novagen Software. Now this is on the Commodore Amiga, this one. It also came out in Atari ST. Now this is actually the follow-up, or it's not the follow-up as such, it's Encounter was a game that came out in the ST, not the ST, on the Commodore 64 and Atari 8-bit. I did do a mashup of it recently, and again that was by Paul Wokes, and this is basically Encounter for an update of it. It's very, very simple to play. Use the joystick, and the idea is to basically kill the UFOs that spring out of these little portals, like so. Now you can actually cheat a wee bit. That serves me right. Bloody hell! It's a simple game. You know, you can see there you've got a map, a little radar, so you can actually see, you know, what's coming towards you. It's very, very simple, but it's an absolute brilliant game. Yeah, what I was trying to say earlier on is Paul Wokes brought out Encounter, and this is basically Encounter for the 16-bit. I think they did later bring out Encounter itself for the Amiga and ST, but this came out before it. But it's an absolutely stunning game. I mean, if you look at the sort of detail, of the sort of bullets are firing, I mean, and look at how fast they're actually moving. It's a really impressive game. Yep, and just like Encounter, you get these kind of heat-seeking missiles or homing missiles. Oh bloody hell! Okay, what's happened? Oh, there we go. Right, what high score? 3264. But it really is a great game. Now I've got to admit, it's been an awfully long time since I played this. I'm talking probably 20, the best part of 25 years probably. What always amazed me about this game, it was one of these games that seemed to appear on a lot of pirate compilations. I mean, they were bringing out compilation discs with like 5 or 6 games on one floppy disk, and it always intrigued me how on earth they could actually stick as many games on one floppy disk. That just didn't make sense to me. I mean, you look at the graphics, you know, really, really nice. I suppose when you look at it, there's not a great deal for it to move about, but it's such an effective game, it really is. Now I want to get to the end of the level because you get this sort of warp kind of, oh bollocks. Yeah, if I remember rightly, you get this sort of warp level where you've got to try and negotiate, oh dearie me, you've got to negotiate sort of, I don't know, rocks, whatever they are, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I had this on the ST and on the Amiga, and it's virtually identical. Which kind of makes sense because, dearie me, it's so fast. Yeah, I mean, the original Encounter came out in the Atari 8-bit and Commodore, and the sequel has come out on the Commodore Amiga and Atari 16-bit, so yeah, it's following history. Anyway, I talk some nonsense when I'm playing these games, I really do. Yeah, so what you need to do here, I'm just trying to see R8, 5, it says 5 at the top, I think that's how many. If I stand here I might, yep, there we go. No, that much, that didn't go down at all. I was thinking that might be the number of enemies I still had to kill, but apparently not. one coming in. You can see it. This would actually be quite a nice game in the Oculus Rift. Boom. Ah, bollocks. Didn't you see that? I seem to be struggling to get to the end of the first level. Oh! That was close. Come on. Ah, damn it. Ah, now we're getting something different. But yeah, I mean, graphically, you know, there's not a huge amount it's actually doing, but what it does do, it does very well. I mean, the graphics are gorgeous. The detail in the missiles you're firing, you know, really, really pretty. And it does get pretty hectic pretty quickly. I mean, there's a tiny little bit slow up, not a great deal. Oh dear. Figure out where these are actually coming from. Now, if you've never played this game, I suggest you go check it out. It really is, it's an excellent game. You need to keep moving all the time. Now, I'm just thinking, maybe there's not the warp mode, I'm not quite sure. Right, you know what I'm going to do here, guys? I'm going to do something a bit different that I've never ever done before, and that is not talk pish. No, that's impossible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load up Encounter as well now and see just how that differs. Yeah, that is Backlash back into. Okay, right, this is Encounter. Now, this was a game that first came out on the 8-bit machines, and then Backlash was released on the 16-bit, and this game was made after that, I believe. Now, I've never ever played this particular version, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, it's made by Novagent, so let's batter on. Ah! I tell lies, young sir. I have actually played this. Yeah. Yeah, they've basically updated it for a more powerful machine. Sort of filled in graphics. Now, I've got to say, it's not a whole lot different from the 16-bit versions, and that is it. Excuse me, that is a testament to how good the 16-bit ones were. I mean, they were really impressive, especially something like the Commodore 64, which just couldn't handle polygons, and it was pushing about a game like this. Really impressive. Targets, so I've got 3 targets to try and take out on this level. Then I think 2 left. So you can see the wee radar at the bottom, it shows you where the enemy is. Now, did Paul Wokes know something that we didn't know? If you look, you can see a wind farm at the bottom. There's the portal, let's go through it. Now this is always a complete bastard. It is so hard. You see what I mean? It really is, it is brutally hard. I think the secret is very, very, very small movements. Right, lucky enough, when you fail to go through a portal like I did, it doesn't expect you to wipe out a huge number of enemies again. It just kind of, I mean, I think I've only got one to go here, so after this enemy it should open up another portal like so. Let's give it another go, see if I can last longer. So 2 seconds will be longer. It's just getting the feel for this, so. And you think you're almost there. Hey, a beauty. Okay, here we go. Right, I've got 19 targets. So yeah, this is basically a revamp. If anything, I'd probably say, I would probably say that Backlash is a graphically more impressive game. This is really nice. I mean, this isn't much different from the 8-bit versions. But it really is an excellent game, and it's difficult as hell as well. It's one of these games you actually find yourself leaning to the side to try and avoid getting hit. So that's always a mark of a good game. Ah, bollocks. Right, anyway guys, listen, that's enough of that. That is the first Mamemeister 10-minute mashup where I've actually showed you 2 games for the price of 1, so call that your Saturday treat, eh? Anyway guys, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and as usual, thank you so much for watching.